Hello, and welcome to another episode of Club 3. I am Paragon Don,
I'm Jamae.
I'm Jay Trent.
and today we are here with Maddy of WNBA Data.
Hello, it's me. Thanks for having me.
For those who may not know, we may have to link some videos of hers, but Maddy breaks down very, very interesting and uh sort of niche statistics, and it's lovely to see. I truly we rave about you often. So it is nice to have you on here.
Thank you. And yeah, thanks for having me. And I'm glad you like the vids.
So we'll start off with our season reviews. We always talk about how the season went. Um, Obviously Seattle season was all over the place. Um, how did you feel about the season as a whole?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I kind of stopped caring halfway through almost. Um, it felt like almost kind of the inverse of like the Aces season. Like I even just like was poking around at Basketball Reference earlier, like the way you can see like all the wins and losses, like the wins are all in green and then the losses are all in red. And it's like there's like a lot of green at the beginning of the season and like yeah, people on TikTok were like, I think the Storm are like a sleeper contender for the championship this year. And I was like, oh, cool. And then, yeah, and then the second half was just like, no. So it kind of was like, at the end. It almost feels like it would have been better if they didn't make the playoffs. But yeah, if they hadn't made the playoffs, then the Sparks would. And yeah, they have the Sparks pick. So I guess they tanked in the right direction by being in the playoffs because they don't have their first round pick. So I don't know. Yeah, it was just like so weird at the end. It seemed like it was going to be good, and then it wasn't.
Well, one thing I will say as an outsider, I think it is, I think as far as a controversial season, and as far as I guess as far as like a team looking to contend, I think y'all and like that didn't work out. Y'all have a very, it's nice that y'all have a very, very bright spot in Dominic Malanga. I feel like a lot of teams when they're like imploding, they have nothing. And like they have to trade everything to get something. But at the very least, it's like, okay, I if we do this, I don't have to go get a starting point. I have a starting point. Like I feel like when the
Mhm.
Sparks blew it up after all the Derek Fisher stuff and Chelsea Gray left and Candace Parker left, it was like there's nothing. It's like we don't really have nothing to work with for the future. Of course they had Nneka,
Mhm.
but it wasn't enough to it was just Nneka, and that was kind of it. When the Mystics lost EDD, it was kind of like, okay, we have to go get somebody in a draft to start this over. The Dream had to get Ryan Howard. Like it was like people needed a starting off point, but y'all already have one. So she started her season kind of slow. She didn't play much. And then by the end of the season, she's going band for band with Asia. So how did you feel about her in particular?
Um, I felt good. I wasn't like one of the Storm fans in like the first half of the season that was like they need to play her more, whatever. I don't know. People are like, I wouldn't have been mad if she played more, but I don't know. People are always like coming at the coaches' throats. Like, I've never coached basketball, so I don't know. But yeah, it was like so interesting to like see how they did like start giving her more minutes and she produced a lot more. And I wish we could have seen her start, honestly. Like, I don't know if that would have like made sense with like the other players, like Nneka and Ezzy. Like, I don't know, would like three of them start? That would be funny. But um, yeah, if she just had like even more minutes, it would be interesting to see what she could do. Um, and I think one of my friends had asked me something about like if Dom had been playing the way she was playing in the second half of the season, the entire season, like would she be a contender for Rookie of the Year? I tried to like plug that into my like Rookie of the Year model that I made, that the Paige Beckers fans didn't like. Um, but it seems like there is like a big emphasis for at least that award on like being a starter. So since she wasn't a starter, she wouldn't have been, you know, the number one choice for Rookie of the Year if she had played the way she was playing the whole season. But it does seem like that would like solidify her more, I guess, on like the all rookie team. I know she was like on the all rookie team, but some people argued maybe Monica Komakani should have been there instead, or there's like so many other rookies. But yeah, I think like with the time that Dominique Mwanga had, she did well, of course, especially over time. And yeah, that was cool to see that work out, especially after um, that number two pick was almost going to be Olivia Miles until she decided to transfer instead. So it seems like so far it's turned out well. Um, unless that Fenerbahce team doesn't want uh, Dominique to exist in the US. I don't know. So yeah, so that's good timing for today that that happened before this.
It's look, she really might not. Okay, a little backstory. Dominique Malunga signed with Fenerbahce. She signed like a 3-year deal, like before the W season even started. Um, and then at the end of the W season, she was like, actually, girl, I'm not coming over there. And then today, she got announced that she will be playing in Unrivaled. So, that was crazy. They had to cut the comments off. There was so many comments and replies on Twitter that was like, cut the comments off, cut the comments off. Because y'all knew that she was going to get jumped. And low key, I'm not saying she should, but she kind of should, because why did you do that? Why did you do that,
Yeah,
girl?
what's the why still? I like she like had some like random wrist surgery or something that she posted about
Yeah,
on TikTok, and then she's like, I'm not playing, but actually I'm gonna play in Unrivaled.
yeah. And that's
Still
at first I was
good.
like, oh, you're injured, then you just not gonna play.
Yeah.
But like, you gonna play in 2 months? Like, I don't know. I'm in about Jay. I'm pretty pissed too because girl, and I think part of it is I think I read somewhere that they had already paid her some of it. So it's like, you need to get them people money back. First of all, you actually do need to just go back over there because that's not, I don't know, that's insane. And this is only important because the WNBA has like a rule in place where you have to get cleared by like the Euro leagues or the European leagues to play in the W. So if Fenerbahce is like mad for real, and they're like, "Girl, you owe us. You will not be playing in the WNBA." It's like, "Girl, what you gonna do?"
Yeah,
Because
I
the
didn't know
WNBA
about
gonna
that.
let you play.
Yeah, I didn't know about that rule until this event. And that, yeah, that makes it like so scary. Like they can just like ruin her life if they don't get what they want.
Unfortunately, that would be a very Seattle Storm thing to happen for them to be like to just
Yeah.
add to all this to be like, actually, you owe us bread. You not playing. On some
Yeah,
mafia shit. Like, nigga,
yeah,
that's dead.
yeah. Like suspect going through a lot still.
Literally. Um, yeah, that's crazy. We will see what happens. Hopefully, they just be like, by April, they're like, it's fine. She really does need to work that out though, because they were pissed. They're like, she has given us no reason for why she's leaving. She just terminated her contract, which is, I'm like, I think too, sometimes people forget that like America doesn't work like everywhere else. Like in America, for the most part, you can get a job and then be like, yeah, bro, I'm not coming back. And there are really no repercussions for you, right? Other than people being like, we won't be hiring her anymore. I don't think the Europeans do that. Like, I don't think you can just not show up to work and then they'd be like, yeah, all right, be blessed. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. But at least, she played well this season. No, I wasn't really. I was on that she needed to play more consistent minutes. Um, The idea of her starting though is, I feel like it was something people started to like throw out there when she was playing well in the second half, which to me it's like y'all don't have anything to lose. Like I also looked at the wins and losses and I was like, oh, okay, they started this first half like 14-9. That's pretty good. And then like immediately after a 6-game losing streak, it was like, girl, I think that was what, their worst in like franchise history or something. It was really bad. And so I was like, y'all don't have nothing to lose. Like, just everybody need to get up here. You know, get Lexi some minutes, get Tiffany some minutes, I know y'all let Zaya go when she came back, get her some minutes. Mackenzie Holmes, let's see what you can do. It kind of
Yeah.
happened that way, but like not really. So
Yeah, like maybe if they knew how it was all gonna turn out, like maybe they could have like yeah, like done something sooner, like have Dom start a couple games. I don't know. I feel like Erica Wheeler was starting some games and then like stopped starting games. She was like
they
really
had
going
her
off.
they had her playing well. Well, she was playing really well. I mean, I feel like she kind of earned her starting spot.
Hmm.
She was like 6 woman for me, and then they put her in the starting lineup. And I was like, okay. But then Brittany Sykes got there, and they was like, oh, well, she's gonna start. And I was like, I understand her starting, but like maybe we shouldn't have messed up the chemistry, for this for her. I don't know.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
so
the
random.
reason too. Yeah. The trade, I was initially like, I get it, Alicia Clark, Brittany Sykes want something fresh. They need more scoring in Seattle. The Mystics are about to tank anyway. So this works out for everybody. And then it didn't really work out well for Seattle. I I
Hmm.
don't and I also didn't understand, like, I mean, again, I get why they put her in as a starter immediately, but I was like, I know it takes time in jail, and I'm usually a person that's like, give them some moments, but I was like, y'all are trying to win, and sometimes this doesn't look like y'all are playing to win. Like I don't know.
To me, it
Yeah.
seemed like I think they knew our only path to contention is if Brittany Sykes is playing at her best with this lineup. So we have to figure this out before the playoffs. And to be honest, although they didn't necessarily, well, I mean, although I know Storm fans were very much complaining about Brittany Sykes all throughout the playoffs, they were a shot away from going to the second round. And as easily as they went to the second round, that them and the Fever could have been an interesting matchup. I don't know who would have won at that point, but for them to everything, of course, everything is all about matchups, but they definitely offered the Aces a very, very tough matchup. So it's not like they got to the playoffs and got smoked. Like they did a very good job there. So I don't know. Maybe the plan theoretically was working. It just may not have worked because everybody just can't win. Um,
Yeah.
so I guess the play would end up being good, but Noelle Quin still end up being fired. So it's like I don't know.
Interestingly enough, I felt like, and I think I said this to y'all during the series, I felt like the game plan that Seattle was going with was actually as effective as it could have been, at least to a point. Um, I thought it was an interesting thing to give that they when she had Dominique Malonga closing games, more specifically had her guard in Asia, it was kind of like when we get to that level, these are the matchups that you're gonna have to take. So we kind of need you to you're going to get beat. Like these reps are going to be difficult for you, but this is something for you to learn from. And I thought that was it, and it almost worked. Like they were a Jackie Young putback away from the second round. So like there's something to be said for that. Um, but yes, they did let Noelle Quin go, and they did hire um Sonia Raman. And I'm wondering, what do you think about with that hire? Does that change the direction that the team looks to go in the offseason?
That's an interesting question. Like, I feel like it's hard to know like what direction anyone should go in the off season with all the players. But um yeah, I don't know. Like I I can say like I like the concept of this hire, and yeah, I made a video about like apparently how Sonia's like she was a big part of like the like offensive execution and late game execution for the Liberty. And I guess that being something that the Storm was not known for, apparently, or maybe has ever been known for, I don't know. But um yeah, so I don't know if that's like something basketball teams do. They're like, all right, we're gonna focus on our late game execution this year, but like they probably should. And with with Sonia, they can, it sounds like. So um yeah, hopefully that they're just gonna like go in that general direction of like tightening things up. It seems like the group that they had like has defense down pretty well, relatively speaking. Um yeah, offense could be better. And that's like another thing with the Brittany Sykes trade. Like, wasn't everyone saying like they should have been looking for like a 3-point shooter instead of, yeah, just like another stealing person. Um, but yeah, I think it is a good direction for the Storm, no matter what happens with like the CBA and the players. Like, I think it's positive to have someone with like that kind of expertise.
Well, let's just say theoretically, like majority of the teams stay the same. Are you more of a fan of letting them figure it out with this new coach, or are you more of a fan of the idea of maybe it's just Dominique Malonga and Jordan Horston, and we just get like some vets and try to trade for some young players, and we just kind of start this baby over from scratch and just let Dominique kind of start and figure it out. And if she lose, she lose. If she win, okay.
Well, I feel like I thought you were gonna ask about like if the coach doesn't do well, like fire the coach or not. And I'm team not fire the coach. So I feel like in that same sense, I'm team not fire the team. Like I think like I don't know, like it's weird how in sports everyone's like you gotta like blow it up and like start over. But I don't know, I kind of feel like you already have something that's like close, and like you're changing a big piece, which is the coach. Probably other pieces are going to change too, but I wouldn't like be quick to say like blow it up, like make Dom like the main feature, or like maybe she should be the main feature, but like keep the other pieces around her, like if you can, and like keep building from there is like what I would want. And also like as a fan, like it's like jarring to see a ton of new people. But yeah, just like personally, I would want it to not change that much, but it'll probably change a lot.
Well, you don't have to worry about us being should you fire the coach, because we are very pro you should give coaches like 2 or 3 years. Like
Oh, good.
she could have the worst year imaginable next year, but it's like players and organizations need continuity. Um, Without that, no one knows what they're getting into, and it's very hard to get a rhythm. Like I think we have talked about this before. I think Enrique is probably the biggest example right now. She kind of reminds me of like WNBA Devin Booker. Like she's had so many different coaches, and I think it's hard to get really into a rhythm and a system. And so people get penalized for her not playing a certain way. And it's like she can never really adapt to any type of play style because she's never had a consistent system. So it's like I'm sure she at certain times she's like, well, I'm just gonna go back to what I know because I don't know nothing else. Like y'all teach me something new every year. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I think whether the new coach does well or not, her and the other players, but especially for Dom and Jordan Horsted and the younger players, they definitely deserve a consistent coach for at least 2 to 3 years. They can be like, so they can truly figure out if this is working or not.
Yeah, like give it an actual chance and not just go off of 1 year and be like fired. Unless it is truly terrible, but I don't think it's gonna like bomb, hopefully.
Yeah, the only the only exceptions are controversies.
Yeah. I feel like the Storm had controversies and it still was like maybe they won't fire Noelle Quinn. Not that she was the controversy, but everyone's like there's a problem in the locker room. Like so
Yeah.
controversy maybe still wouldn't get fired.
It's like it felt that way because stuff would just happen, and then like the players would be like, "No, it's fine. Like it's a great area here." But then it's like I don't know. Maybe it might be one of those things where we truly find out what's going on, like in half a decade or when people retire. I don't know. But yeah, it seems like from an outside perspective or like even media, they're like, the Storm kind of going through it, and then the players are, talk about it or they'll ask the players about it. And it's like, nah, this organization's great. Like my teammates are great. We're just really competitive. It just sucks to lose. Like, so I don't know. Um, yeah, of course we have the expansion draft coming up. So we have two teams
Oh,
that are picking, bearing if we have a 2026 season. And we must put that disclaimer.
yeah.
So what well first, Jay or Jermaine, do y'all know what players have already been court twice? So we wouldn't have to pick from them.
Let me see.
I think Nneka might be the only one
She might be. Let me see.
because I don't think anybody else has been cored.
And Nneka's for sure been cored.
Yes, I think
I
so.
think she has.
Skylar, I think Skylar has only been cored once. I think because she was cored by Dallas, and then she went to Phoenix in a sign and trade. So I think if you've been cored twice, then you don't have to be protected. I
Oh no,
think.
Skylar's been cored 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Nneka's
So
been cored twice, so yeah, you wouldn't have to protect them. Gabby Williams is the only other person who Gabby Williams has been cored once, so you would have to pick her. So yeah, Gabby and outside of Nneka and Skylar, and I think the before we actually get to your like picks, um, to the like blow it up conversation, um, I don't know. I feel like we already knew that Noelle was gonna get fired. Like pending them winning a championship, that lady was gonna get fired. And I think too, it's a culmination of things, right? Like, but most importantly, this is the second year in a row where you've had a pretty decent roster, right? Like there are things that could have been better. The 3-point shooting specifically, like they could have fixed that in the off season, but you've had back to back years of like a pretty good team, a team that people thought would be, a contender, and then you kind of fell short. And so I feel like I always knew that was coming. Um and I'm just curious, to your point, I'm curious about like how it's really more Skylar than Nneka, but I'm curious because now they kind of feel like a package deal.
Yeah.
I feel like they spent so much time in the pressers this year being like, "Oh my God, I love her. She's the greatest player ever. I don't ever want to like not play with her." And I'm like, "Girl, do you know that this is not, I don't know. Anyway, so it's interesting. I am curious to see if they do stick around, because I do think, to your point, Sonia is like an offensive mind. Like, she's one of the better X's and O's, for lack of better words. And so it's like, if she can pull that out them, assuming, you can get a Katie Lou Samuelson who can get you some shots in, maybe you get, you improve around the margins, maybe somehow. Lexi Brown is like one of the only other vets that signed on the 2026
Oh, yeah.
season. So keeping her and like getting her 3-point shooting into the mix. I'm curious if they're like open to actually staying with her and like figuring it out, because I do think they have the bones to do so, but it also sometimes feels like, all right, it's too much going on in this place, and like maybe we do just need to start over. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like now, like, knowing that it's Sonia Raman, if it was Sandy, I think if knowing that it's a veteran, I mean, I guess Sonia is like a new head coach, but I feel like she kind of feels like she doesn't feel like a Chris Koklanis or like a Lynn Roberts, like somebody who's like new to this. And Chris is not a great example too, because he's been on a couple of benches, but they feel less like, I don't want to call them trustworthy, but less trustworthy. Sonya feel like she's been here before, even though she hasn't. So I feel like, she's probably somebody who can, like, you just came off a season coaching Stewie and JJ. Like, I feel like I might trust you a little bit more than some other people. So I'm curious to see if they're like, if those two are like, all right, we'll see what she has to say. We'll see what this looks like before they get to Unrivaled and start tampering, because that's all they're doing there anyway. But well, we'll see. Anyway, to your expansion draft, you have to keep 6 people. You don't have to protect Skylar and Nneka. So who are your 6 that you are considering keeping?
You have to protect the people on rookie contracts, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because Golden State took Kate Martin.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
that's right. Classic moment. Okay, well, that's better if you don't have to protect Nneka and Skylar. Like, that's great. I mean, they do what they want, but yeah, that would be like crazy if that's your first two. This is like so confusing to me too. Like we're protecting people, but like they're not ours to protect, Like,
It's basically it feels like you're just saying we want negotiating rights. Like, that's all it feels like.
We will delay your exit from this team for at least a month.
yeah, like I'm making a tier list of my favorite players is like what the team is doing. Yeah. Well, God protect Gabby Williams, obviously. Like, I don't know. That obvious answer. I guess Ezzy, we're going like starter vibes. And I probably should have started with Dominique Malonga. I think that's the main one. Unless, I don't know, like, should we not protect her because she's not gonna play in the WNBA? I don't know. I assume she has
In
resources to like get that sorted out.
Unrivaled
Hopefully, she
better
could just
open
pay
up
them
that
back.
purse.
Yeah,
in
hopefully if she
the
just
I
pay them
would
back,
say,
they'd be cool,
yeah, I'm protecting her because in the event that she can play, it needs to be for me. So
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't
Unrivaled,
just take that chance.
Unrivaled need to make part of her contract is we paying out what you got to pay over there. Like half of this money going to your paycheck at the end of the month, but half of this got to go back to Europe because
Oh,
you
they're like
playing.
bailing her out.
I
Yeah.
hope it's just a rumor that they didn't just actually pay that lady already, and like she need to get her money back. I hope that's just a rumor. Like, I hope that is not true. But also, like, I don't know.
They had like a really serious quote. The Fenner team in ESPN, it was like, or I guess it was on X. We inform the public that we will exercise all our legal rights to seek compensation, blah blah blah. Like really scary.
Yeah,
It's like it sounded like it was beyond money, like they were like hurt emotionally.
it
Yeah,
did seem
it
that
did.
way. I mean, I would
Um
be hurt pretty emotionally too. That like the player who's supposed to be like my best player, it was like, actually, girl, I'm not coming.
yeah,
Oh,
it does feel like there's so much we don't know about that. So,
no.
yeah, but yeah, gotta protect her, not gonna hope or yeah, we can't just like not protect her and then hope that it doesn't affect us. Let's see. Well, then who else is there? Okay, you have to protect people that have the contracts. Not that I'm obsessed with
You
protecting
don't.
Lexi Brown. You don't?
You do not have to protect her if you don't want her. They
Oh,
just
well,
will.
right, okay.
If somebody else picks her up, they just have to take her money, which, like, no key, it might be a good strategy to leave her unprotected because then, like, she come up off your books if they do take her. But I mean, if she don't, it's like, all right.
Yeah, they
But
can take her. I'm not gonna protect Lexi Brown. Um, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if she stayed. I'm looking at the list. I'm like, who even is there? Like,
they're not moving you, Maddy.
it's like it doesn't feel like Brittany Sykes like really belongs to the Storm. Like,
That's
but
fair.
I guess I'm protecting Brittany Sykes. Like, I don't know. I guess I would want like first right to Brittany Sykes and yeah, and I have to think about the people that didn't play. So I think Jordan Horston. How many
Yes.
people have I said? I feel like that was like
That's
five.
five. That's five.
Yeah.
Because you said Gabby,
Mhm.
Ezzy, Dom, Brittany Sykes, and Jordan Horston. So that's five.
Wow, that's like a crazy defense right there.
Yes.
So many steals. Um, I wouldn't protect Nneka. I don't really
Okay.
care that much about her. Um, I I don't know who. I guess Erica Wheeler. Like I don't know. She's old. Is she gonna come back? She seemed like she was really bringing the vibes. Like in the arena, people were loving her. She was like making the threes, like in clutch moments, as much as anyone for the Storm. I don't know. Or I don't know if there's like some other players that I should have picked. I'm not that like obsessed with Katie Lou Samuelson either. I know she's up for grabs. Um, but yeah, that might be my six. I feel like there's an easy couple or easy handful, and then a few that could go either way.
That is a very that's a good list, honestly. I think that is my list. I don't know. I think I would. Brittany Sykes is the one that I'm like, I don't know about her. But
Yeah.
I think on the flip side of like what you're giving up is like, just in case Skylar and them don't come back, maybe. Um, but then again, because I don't know, I'm not like Team Nneka Mule, but like a young guard, still on a rookie scale contract, good money piece. She can defend. I think I would either be between Brittany and Nneka for me, but everybody else I vibe with.
Hmm.
I think I'm picking up Brittany Sykes just to so I can have the right to be like, if you want to get it, if I want to get something for you, I can. If if somebody want to give me a pick, and she can go sent back to a poverty team, let me do that. You want to take on somebody's contract? Let me just get a pick off that. Something. Somebody need a good vet.
Nice.
I think that's why. So you said I don't have to protect Skylar and Nneka.
Right.
Yeah.
Those two, yeah.
So Dom, Ezzy, Brittany Sykes, Gabby Williams, Erica
Jordan
Wheeler, and Jordan
Jordan
Horston.
Horston. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think that's yeah. That feels right. Like it feels like unless, and I guess the only reason that I wouldn't protect a vet would be if they had like a huge contract that I was like hoping an expansion team would pick up. But since most of these players are unrestricted free agents anyway, and it's just kind of the right to negotiate, I think it's fine. Like I think that six is fine.
Yeah, it's like I feel like they could not protect Erica Wheeler. Like, I guess if they were like really, I don't know, hoping something big for Nneka. Um, but I don't know. As a Storm fan, I don't hate Nneka. I think I would be like glad if she went somewhere else, even if she like popped off, like even better because like last year everyone in the comments is like, you're just using Nneka for marketing. Give her minutes and like in the arena, I don't know if you could even hear it on TV, but like last season people were chanting, "We want Nneka," like at the end of every game, and it was just not for me. So she should thrive somewhere else unless the Storm really wanna go all in on Nneka, that's fine too, but
I
the
don't think
fans are
people
crazy.
realize how much that type of stuff does not help. Like if I was a player and the only reason why I got in is because all y'all yelling my name, I would not feel good about myself. Like I would be like my stomach would be in my ass. Like if I fuck up and everybody just chants my name like this, like put me in, I'm never seeing the floor again. Like it's over. Or even if I do good, it's like, damn, you only put me in for fan service. Like, there's not even like you did not really want me in this game. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people don't. We rave about this a lot. People don't really understand what goes into coaching. We don't know what Nika Mule look like in practice. It's
Mhm.
obvious that they're Noelle specifically, and like most W coaches, unless you're like a highly touted rookie, and even then, some of them don't play that much. Like you really not gonna play that many minutes, especially when you're behind certain players. And uh for Nika to be behind Gabby, like I mean, for Nika to be behind Skylar last year, like she was never going to play that much. Um, it just was not in the cards for her, which is fine. Um,
Yeah, it's fine. She
so
didn't get cut, so like can't we just be glad for that?
So yeah, I didn't think people saying they were using her for marketing was fair. It was I thought that was really silly. But speaking of draft picks,
Like, how did they even work anyway? Like, she's not even the face of this team, girl. We don't know her. She
uh,
just got
They
here.
they thought that they said that they were using her to bring like the UConn like what they were saying.
are UConn fans traveling to Seattle to maybe see Nika for 3 minutes? That's obsession. If that's the case,
I think they were.
y'all need a
I think they're
restraining
just
order.
here too. They're already here. I don't know why.
I'm screaming. No, that was insane. And it's like me. Like, I actually think like Nika's a good player, and I think she will find her way in the W. But like marketing girl, and I think my thing that sometimes about some of these conversations is like, do you think your fave is a good basketball player or not? Because if you think they're holding her there for marketing, that must mean you think she's ass at basketball. So she's definitely never making it to the floor. Like, I don't know. Like, I would never want somebody to say that about me. Like, I can understand, you cheering for me to get in. I could get that. Because, like, sometimes players are deserving to get some minutes, and the coaches do be stubborn. We've seen that a couple of times for a couple of different teams. Okay. But marketing girl, y'all don't even think I'm good enough to be here on my own? Like, they should have drafted me. Like, what? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's an insult.
It
Yeah,
At
really
least
Nneka fans
was.
don't get it.
At least let me get off my rookie contract before you start begging for me to get in the games. Like you gonna make my coach hate me. Actually, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, speaking of draft picks, so far out of all the teams we talked to, y'all have the highest pick. Uh, yeah, which is sitting at number 3. Everyone else either had a draft pick in the second round, or I think the highest we've talked to so far, they were sitting at 10. So you have a plethora of options at your disposal. So is there a particular player you're looking for, or or like an archetype you're looking for, or
Hmm. Well, I should say I'm not speaking for every Storm fan. I'm just me. Maybe that, or I'm making these decisions for the team right now, actually. But like the lottery hasn't happened yet, right? So it could be
Right.
the number one pick,
It could
It
be.
could
right?
be.
So I don't know. I don't think it really matters that much if it's the number one pick. Um, Earlier when Jamae was talking about like Skylar and Nneka being a package deal, I was like, so then like if I could only, for some reason I was like, if I could only pick one, who would I pick? And kind of was feeling like, I don't know, like Skylar, like a point guard is like pretty important. I don't know, like also related to like Nika's existence. I don't think that Nika is like the next Sue Bird or whatever. But
You
yeah,
never
it does.
know. She
Yeah,
ranked.
yeah, she
She's
didn't get to play, so we don't know. She could have been. Um, so it does kind of feel like that's like the direction maybe they should go, especially since like Dominique Malonga's like the opposite of a point guard. I mean, I don't know, not the opposite, but like the opposite position really. So they've got like that kind of down, and especially if they can hopefully keep Ezzy or like Gabby. I don't know. I don't know what position Gabby technically is, but not a point guard right now, it seems like. So anyways, it kind of seems like the Storm should pick a point guard. I don't know if they should focus on one or a guard that's like good at 3-point shooting, like maybe I kind of still like the idea of Olivia Miles coming and like being like Skylar's baby. But I don't know if that will happen. Um yeah, I think that's kind of like the vibe that I'm hoping for, like some kind of guard or yeah, someone maybe that's like a leader too. I don't know. That's a weird thing to say.
I think to me, I think the funniest outcome is for Seattle to still end up with Olivia Miles after waiting a year.
Hmm. I hope
I do
so.
think that's the funniest outcome. But I feel like too, I know the UConn girls, the fans are sometimes not the best, but I might take AZ. I mean, she's not a point guard, obviously. But if you can convince Skylar to stay,
Hmm.
keeping a AZ makes sense to me. But yeah, Olivia Miles being still getting Olivia Miles would be extremely funny. Um, and I kind of want to root for that just off the rip. I feel
Hmm.
like if they get the number one pick, can you actually pass up Lauren Betts? I don't know. But
I can.
oh
oh no,
my god.
no.
I would never pass up Lauren
I
Betts.
was
Just
just about to say, if
I'd
you
never
get the
pass her
number
up.
one pick, does that change who you would get?
I
Yeah,
get
I
it
don't
because you don't
know.
really need Lauren, but like I'm never passing up Lauren Betts.
Man, fuck that. They go if again, this is not my team, so everyone has their own
I'm
opinions,
the
but
GM. Yeah, so it would be good if the Storm pick is the number 3 pick. Like it can be the number 3 pick,
Yeah.
or could it? Yeah, it's
Yes, it
like
can. I
It'll
think
be
it's
1 through 4.
the
it can
most
be any
like
of them.
yeah, the most it can be 1 through 5.
They're doing
No.
5.
I think the lottery is 5 teams because the
Oh,
six
because the
and
bottom
seven
half.
are yeah.
Hmm.
But
That's
so
kind of nasty.
I think it's most likely to be 3.
Well,
That's kind
so
of
hopefully it
nasty.
is. Hopefully Lauren Betts and AZ Fudd are not an option, and then they can just take Olivia Miles without controversy.
so if you were Maddie of WNBA Data, the GM, and you got the number one pick, are you trading down so you can get Olivia Miles and letting someone else take Lauren Betts?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, as Maddy WNBA data, um, UW women's basketball watcher, hence Lauren Betts viewer. I'm not that obsessed. I don't know. When Corey Close was like, she's the most versatile center in history, I was like, I don't know about that, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Like maybe maybe she is so versatile, but yeah, I feel like I would trade down
for 3.
If
or maybe
if
take her and
people,
trade her.
yeah, I feel like if there are teams that are just that convinced, then I would be okay with the same way that when when Atlanta traded up from 3 to 1 to take Ryan Howard because Indiana was basically saying we're staying at 2, and if Ryan is gone, we're taking Liz, and that's just gonna be that. So they moved up to 1 because Washington, I guess Washington was like give or take. So they were like, okay, we'll move down and take Shakira. So it feels like a similar thing.
Which I mean, like I kind of get in Seattle's case, right? You have a Dom where you have the big. Now you need the opposite and a point guard. You need the guard to like keep it going, and then if you're, I think that's kind of, I mean, that's a good deal for Seattle. If we're like, hey, we move down, we give you the number one pick. I don't know who gets it, but you have what? Your other choices are, who are the other options? Dallas, Minnie, Washington. Dallas
Chicago.
probably will throw anything to get the number one pick. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they say you
Yeah,
want.
just give it to them.
Do you want Haley Jones? Do you want fuck Enrique? We might send her out. We might send her away. You give us one more pick. I feel like
Yeah.
Dallas would be a betting team for that. Minnesota might too, low key, because I mean, I guess if I really don't even know who Minnesota would pick. Actually, I don't think Minnesota. Yeah, they probably would want the number
Minnesota
one pick.
doesn't deserve the number one pick. If Seattle trades down and gives Minnesota the number one pick, they will be my enemy. That I will make sure of.
But do you
You
just think
you
about
better.
it? Minnesota could trade. Hold on, let me think. Who Minnesota got? I mean, they might blow it up too, child. We don't know what they got
I
going
s-
on over there.
I would not be surprised if Minnesota wants a point guard.
Do you think they
Yeah.
want to Olivia Miles too?
They could,
I
because I
don't
feel
know.
like because I think they would probably be looking at Natisha Heideman leaving, and you obviously protect Courtney, but in the event, like you say, if they blow it up, which I don't think they do, but in the event that you do that, you're probably trading Courtney. So then you're probably gonna want to bring in another point guard.
I don't think you trade Courtney. I think you have to. I'm looking at the list. You might get rid of Bridget Carlton. Sister has to go. I fear she will be the one on the chopping block. Like
Toronto.
y'all give me the third pick. I take out the
Toronto will
third
never
pick
win.
and Bridget Carlton for the first pick. You know, I might
I
accept that. As a team who needs
I
3-point shooting,
I I'm making them give me Caleb McBride. We playing hardball on that phone. I need some
you don't
shooting,
even. But Seattle doesn't
and you
even
need a
want the
center.
pick.
Yeah, you
If,
gotta.
if I'm
I
Seattle,
gotta.
I'm taking Bridget. I take Dorka. I take. I mean, Natisha, obviously. I mean, I take a Courtney too. Actually, send me Dejanay. Matter of fact, send me Dejanay. Y'all keep.
Seattle having Dejanay and Jordan Horston together is actually like it's just like we just going all in on athleticism and defense, and we'll just nobody will ever score on us ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, like with
we
Brittany
we
Sykes and Izzy.
we might not score much, but y'all won't score much either.
Because Because if you really think about it, okay, Jordan was ready to take a leap before she tore her ACL. So the scoring is back. You got Dom, and you keep a Skylar Nneka, and you add a Dejanay. I feel like you can't lose. I see that vision.
You can't
You
lose.
interchanging Gabby Williams, Dejanay Carrington, and Jordan Horston.
That yeah,
I
that
fear the girls are ready to eat.
and like I remember when we talked about Atlanta, we talked about that defensive wing rotation. If that is the defensive wing rotation, there's not much to compete with that.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm saying, if you want that first pick, and you want this, you want this third pick or whatever the inverse is, send me Dejanay. And we on something. We on that. I will be allowing that.
I
I might
think
even take Bridget. I think she just need to change of pace.
I would probably like Dejanay because I think she's shown that she plays a role better. I think with Brittany Sykes, obviously Brittany Sykes is all-star, like she's amazing. I think, one of the hard things about adjusting to a new role is going from they're used to being able to kind of play a certain way. And then like of course with the Mystics for a couple years now, she's kind of just been like the de facto leader. And like if y'all need a bucket, it's gonna be me who tries to go get it. Um, and then you go to Seattle and it looks funnier because she's now playing with Skylar and Nneka is obviously one of the best scorers in WNBA history. And I mean, Ezzy can get one, Gabby can get one, so it just looks a little weirder. Um, and she may never adjust to that. I don't know. Maybe she just needs a year. It will. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think Dejanay has already shown if she's surrounded by really good players, she knows what to do. Like I can feel this as long as you don't ask me to score a bunch of points or put the ball in my hand, I'm gonna play defense, I'm gonna cut, I'm gonna get boards, I'm gonna do whatever you need me to do to win. I'm gonna hit threes in this corner, and that's gonna be it. Like, so I wouldn't mind that. Um, this is obviously headcanon barbershop talk as things, but I think for me, in the event that let's say Seattle gets the number 3 pick and they keep it, I think you keep I think you get AZ if you're planning on kind of keeping the team together, because AZ seems like a really uh she seems really like WNBA ready at the moment. Like her skill set is already just like I'm one of the best shooters ever. Like I'm gonna be out here. If you need me to hit this three, I'm gonna hit this three, and that's what y'all need. But I think with Olivia Miles, it's more like if we're planning towards the long term of like I'm trying to keep this together with Olivia Miles and Dominique Malonga specifically, and trying to keep a really good duo and all this other stuff. I think that's what you aim for.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it feels like AZ is like what Nneka fans want Nneka to be. I know it's probably like the same people that are fans of both of them. But yeah, I would like definitely trade Nika's existence for AZ Fudd being on the Storm. But yeah, the Yukon fans are crazy.
Mhm.
So I don't know. But also don't people want AZ Fudd to like be in Minnesota and then like Paige goes to Minnesota and it's like so beautiful. So like what scenario are we rooting for and where should
What's
Lauren
the
Betts go?
It's too early in their careers for them to be meeting up in Minnesota. They
where's
gotta
the
they gotta go through some struggle first. A little
where's the
adversity.
where's the fan fiction? Like
Yeah, what's Seattle's part in this? Seattle rolls. Yeah, they don't have a choice.
Seattle actually has a lot more draft capital than the other teams that we've talked about so far because Seattle has the Sparks pick, which is currently slotted to be number 3. they also have the Aces pick, which is pick 14, and they also have the first pick in the second round from Dallas.
Whoa. Yeah, that's
So
pretty slay.
if Se- if Seattle wants to like say, okay, we'll just go all in on youth, they can. Not to say that they will, but they could.
Other than Olivia Miles, are there any other players you're like, I would love if Seattle went and got her?
Yeah, I'm like looking at a list. I'm trying to like remember who's there because it's like so I don't know. It's not like there's like a clear number one or like I guess two all there's a clear number one, but there's like a
Yeah.
lot of good players. I don't know, like along the lines of wanting a guard or a point guard, like I know I should want to say Kiki Rice. I'm also like not obsessed with Kiki Rice. I guess I'm just like a UCLA hater for some reason. I I don't
I mean,
know.
y'all were, enemies for a little while, so I get it. Y'all were beefing. Actually, are they in the Big Ten? You dub in the Big Ten?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they're still
they're still
y'all
there.
still beefing, so I get it.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's like the opposite of East Coast bias. It's like since people haven't watched Kiki Rice, they think she's amazing. I don't know. Or they probably know more than me if they think. But yeah, the ESPN Mark Draft has her going to the Storm at 14. But like the way people talk about her, it feels like she would go higher, right? Am I
Yeah.
stupid? I don't know
No,
why this
no,
cat's
No,
here.
this
I
feels
don't like this
pretty.
cat. Sorry.
It feels pretty like new because I feel like before people were thinking like 5 to 8, like right after the lottery,
Hmm.
an early first rounder. Um, so it is interesting that ESPN has her at 14. Um, who is it? CBS Sports has her at 8. So I think most people view her a little bit higher. Um,
Yeah.
I
Also, I mean,
see.
I'm not in love with Kiki Rice either, but
Yeah.
I do see why somebody might take a swing, but
Tankathon has her at 11, going to Washington.
Interesting. I read an article about like her, I don't know, work ethic or something, how like Corey Close really credits Kiki Rice for like setting the culture. And I can like respect that. Like maybe if like the Storm do blow up and they like need some kind of voice, I don't know, like then maybe that could be valuable. But I don't know. I wouldn't be like Kiki Rice immediately. Yeah, I don't know if there's like any one that I'm like really looking for because I feel like there's a lot to be seen over the next couple months.
Right, and it's too early to be looking at draft stuff anyway. But there's like unless your team is like picking at the top, which Seattle is, but looking at picks beyond that, it's a little bit harder to gauge because we got a whole season of college basketball to be played. So a lot of people's stock is gonna be up and down all
Hmm.
year.
Once you
So
get out of like pick six, it's like, I don't know how serious I could take this because we just don't know. Like this, you were talking about that they had Kiki Rice at 11. There's another one that I see that Kiki Rice is 13 to Atlanta Dream, and then um, Reagan Beers goes to Seattle at 14.
They don't need Reagan beers. Just
you don't need Reagan
The
Beers.
the the rationale
no.
the rationale under this is that y'all need rebounding, and she is an elite rebounder.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Reagan? Okay. Okay. I'm looking at the next. They did a draft board. They didn't do orders, but they did like styles. And they said Kiki Rice is similar to a Monique Akumakani, um, which is an interesting comp to me.
Yeah.
I
That's like
feel.
Random.
less. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like Kiki Rice has less ball handling. Well, maybe not ball handling isn't the right word, but like less less point guard skills than a Monique. Um, like I don't know, I haven't loved her as PG1 in at UCLA, but I don't know.
Maybe it could be the role that they envision her playing, where Monique plays. She's the starting point guard for Phoenix, but really she was off. She was playing off Alyssa Thomas a lot because Alyssa Thomas was bringing the ball up. So maybe they see Kiki Rice playing that type of role where she might not be the lead ball handler, but she can do some guard stuff. Maybe.
That's fair. Okay. That's fair. I can accept that.
Yeah,
You could
that's
get a guarding
acceptable.
Garzon. She's a 3-point shooter or a movement shooter.
Well, yeah, I would take that.
These are some interesting comps. Very interesting comps. They said Janiah Barker was a bizarro world.
Alyssa Smith.
Alyssa
Alyssa
Smith.
Smith. I think I've seen that.
Like, what does that mean? I don't know. Shalice Ledger Walker, Jason Kidd.
That's pretty funny actually.
I don't even know who that is. Layla Philia, Karima Christmas Kelly. Interesting. Dariana Little Page Bugs, Ty Young. Yana Neepkins is Taylor Mikesell. I feel like that feels a little offensive to Neepkins. Just a tad offensive. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to like compare to like people that are around or like more around more.
No,
I mean,
this is purely like they throwing anybody out here. WNBA, NBA,
1 year
college,
ago or
just
30 years
literally
ago.
50 years ago, people I ain't never even heard of. This are random, but I feel like Neepkin's thing was like, or Mike Sell's thing was like, I'm a knockdown 3-point shooter. But I feel like Neepkins can score in more ways than that, like consistently. So I don't know. I don't want to sidetrack off this, but I was just like, these are very interesting. Very interesting choices.
Jason Kidd.
The Jason Kidd one did catch me off guard. I was like, hello? All right, girl. All right.
Who's Lauren Betts compared to?
Oh, let's go back. Lauren Betts' comp is, hold on, Zubac from the Clippers.
He meets his box. Okay. I guess.
Do we like that? I like Zubac, but I don't have enough Zubac film in my head to be like, okay.
The more I think about it, maybe. I don't know if I don't know. I guess it could be worse. I guess it could be worse, but
at least it
Okay,
comes at least it comes with a great set of nicknames.
Okay, guess who our fam's comp is.
I know it, so I don't want to say. And it's one of the it's one of the funnier comps that you could think of. But go big. Go big.
It's a big?
I'm saying
Yeah,
like
I mean she's a
I'm
big,
saying like
but like
I'm saying like aim high is what I
yeah,
mean.
like
Bam?
superstars. Who?
Bam?
On the W
No.
side.
Oh.
I guess that this part, I mean, both these people, I guess, are like superstars on both sides, like the
Yeah.
WNBA
Nneka?
and NBA. Because there's two up here.
It's not Nneka.
No. Go bigger.
B?
Go bigger.
Stewie? Asia?
It
Oh my
says
God.
similar to Asia Wilson without the shooting touch.
Nigga, that's not Asia Wilson. Whoa, let's slow our horses now.
And then Paul Gasol, which like I feel like them two do not go together. I'm confused a little bit.
Because okay, so if you're Asia without the shooting touch,
Are you not
but
just
you're
like Kiki? I mean, are you not just like
but
Kiki Griffin?
but Pau Gasol also had the shooting touch. So I don't know.
Is that not just Kiki though?
If you Asia
Yeah,
without the shooting, if you
it
Asia
would be
without the
more
shooting
similar.
touch,
It would be more similar to Kiki. Yeah.
you might be like Shakira Austin.
Okay, no. Maybe defensively,
All right.
not offense.
I feel like Asia's I feel like
I feel like it's
the reason why
I feel like
Asia
it's some
works.
players that it's some players that you just can't like you can't be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is the
Yeah, no. Asia's not one of them.
I can
it's
see
like
if they would have said or
you can't be like oh yeah, she's Brianna Stewart.
Stewie, no, but literally, like Stewie without the shooting touch is crazy because then she's not Stewie. You've
like
lost you've lost a lot there.
Asia works because of the shooting touch. Like everything goes through that. So it's just like I don't know. I'm Asia with just a regular. I mean, obviously her post game isn't regular. Her footwork is immaculate, but it's still like I don't know who that is.
Is All Fam's footwork even that good? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I've seen some good tape, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Are we sure? Is that I don't
It's
know.
pretty good. The footwork, the passing, like she's got there's a lot of stuff that she showed, but I don't understand how you get to I don't understand how you get to that.
I don't know. It's a little interesting.
But are are any parting words?
Wow. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a weird time. Just in the next several months, in the next one day when the CBA is dead. And
Oh,
then who knows?
it was just announced that they agreed to a 30-day extension for CBA
30 days
talks.
from now.
30 days from now when there's no CBA.
I'm screaming. You know what? That is just so funny to me because like literally a couple days ago they just said like the conditions haven't been met for them to even accept an extension, and now y'all have accepted an extension. So what's been said in these meetings? Like I need somebody to get in there and leak the info.
They need to put I'm not usually pro this. As a matter of fact, I had to talk my dad into getting these. But somebody need to wear some meta glasses. My dad was about to get some. I was like, well, I can't. I was like, I'm about to sound like a party pooper, but we already live in a surveillance state. I can't have you get those. But I think
Live in a surveillance state.
I'm like, I think somebody need to just wear. I need to see what goes on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be But are all hearts and minds clear?
I believe so. Well, this has been another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
I'm Jay Trent.
And I'm Maddy.
And we are out.